Hey guys, DB Right here, coming at you from my sister's garage, and just sort of while I do a quick afternoon session, I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea to actually give other beginners like myself some basic freestyle and footwork tricks you can work on to develop your comfort on the skateboard. So when you start learning ollies and things like that, it'll come to you much easier because you'll have more control of your board and better balance, which you're going to need, especially once you start trying to do ollies while moving and fakie, and then moving up to frontside 180s and kickflips and things like that. Stuff that I can't do yet. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Now, my first idea, and I think this is like the first sort of beginner trick everyone learns, is having your board like this, jumping into the air and landing back on your board on both your bolts, like this. And I'm not gonna lie, I only learnt this the other week, to be honest with you. Now, a good practice step to get to that if you're intimidated at first, and this is what I mean, developing comfort and confidence on your skateboard. So the first thing you can sort of do to start building confidence with this trick is, first of all, start doing this. Start doing hippie jumps on your board, just jumping on your board like that. Get used to that, do that a bunch of times, and from there you can maybe do these ones. Coming out one leg with your back foot and just stepping into it. Do that a bunch of times too. And then from there, do the jump. Alright, cool, easy. Now, this next one, this is the first trick I actually learnt on the skateboard, and that is getting your board to go in a primo and standing on it. A rail stand. So from here, this is how I like to do it, and this is the same way Mike Osterman teaches in his videos, which I recommend you check his channel out if you're looking for ideas on freestyle and footwork tricks. I also recommend Sarah Park-Matot because she's really good at breaking down tricks for beginners. And well, now what I do is I start, both my feet pin the ground, my right leg, my back leg, because I'm regular, comes to the back trucks, and I just fold the board down like that, and I step up onto it. No problem. Now, when I first learnt this trick, I was actually next to a wall, and I was using the wall to hold myself up. And if you got to do that too at first, no problem, nothing to be ashamed of. And another thing with your step up, if you've actually got to step your back foot close to the board before you do the full step up, you know what I mean? Like for example, if you have to take a bit of a step like this to get your back leg closer to the board before you step up, nothing to be ashamed of, because I still do that sometimes, and that all comes with your comfort and confidence on the board, like I said. Alright, and this is something I reckon you could get done. You could get this mastered in a day. Same with the earlier trick I showed you. You could probably have that first trick done in a couple of hours if you're really committed. Alright, and to get off here, you just simply step down. And look, I'm back on my board. Alright, now the next trick that I'm thinking of showing you guys is just basically, I don't know if there's a proper name to this, but I just call this a tail stall hop. So basically what you do is I'll actually get on the board so I can show you properly. It's basically, and this is good practice for tail stalls by the way, and will help you when you're still trying to learn to stop your board properly and, you know, not being freaked out by doing this. So you do a tail stall like this, and from there, what you do is a bit of a hop, and then as this comes back, this one comes back, you hop up, you hop back up on your board. Now, for an easier variation of this trick, you could, no problem whatsoever, if you do this. And if you actually have to put your foot on the ground when you're first learning this, no problem. In fact, I encourage that. Again, comfort. And you see, it's kind of like a dance step, like you're doing a dance step with your board. And this is a really good one because this will be useful when I demonstrate the more advanced trick at the end, a little bonus trick. So those are 3 ideas and 3 things you can work on. And another cool thing you can do once you've got that hop down is that you could do a switch. But basically, same basic technique, you're going to need to know how to do the tail stall hop. That's what I call it anyway. So what you do here, same sort of thing. But as you switch, as you bring this foot down, you rotate a bit, then come back down, switch like that. And sooner or later, you will have to do this switch. You will have to start learning how to ride and move around on your board switch, because there are tricks like frontside 180s where you start off with your regular stance if you're regular, or goofy stance if you're goofy, and when you do a frontside 180, you'll end up on the opposite stance, which is switch, which could be, if you're goofy, that will be regular then, and for someone like me who's regular, that'll mean I'll be coming back goofy if I do frontside 180s or any trick that involves that. So it's a good way to start sort of developing your balance and switch. So I'll demonstrate again and again. Don't be ashamed if you're putting your foot down on the ground at first and then coming back into it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So a couple of footwork tricks you can develop there and actually really begin to work on your balance. Alright, so that's a little something you guys can actually work on now and start developing balance. So now I'm going to give you a bit more of an advanced, harder trick once you've done all that. And this is only something I've been learning since I've been down here house sitting. And this is called a switchblade. Now, a good thing about that tail stall hop and the tail stall hop switch, that's what we'll call that second one I did, is it sort of prepares you for the switchblade. And how this works is that your back foot needs to be, oh Christ, my laces are coming undone. It's okay, I'll just tuck that in here. Alright, where was I? So, see, back foot sort of hanging here. My front foot, I want it, towards the tip of the nose. Now what I'm going to do, I need to bounce and pivot on this leg while I simultaneously perform a bit of a shove it and rotate the board till it's about 45 degrees, something like that. So basically an acute angle position. And from there, I'm simply going to do the hop and get back on the board. So this is, now I still haven't got this trick fully down yet, because I still put my foot down on the ground for this one, and that's okay when you're just learning. But the idea is basically this. See how it's out here? And from there, now ideally, when you do the kick out, you're supposed to keep this off the board, but when you're just learning, it's fine. And from there, you just do the hop and come down. I quite like this trick, even though I'm pretty new at it. So again, tip your board, tail, foot's out, pivot, drag, and up. Hope you guys could see that alright. I'll do it a third time just in case. Let's see if I can actually keep my foot in the air this time. Alright. I would actually recommend practicing this without the board. I'll show you in a sec. Okay, that sucked. Slight rotation, we need the full rotation. So you can practice this without your board at first, and probably not a bad idea. So I like to sort of have my back leg sort of hovering a little bit. So when I do the pivot, I'm sort of doing the kick and the pivot and try to keep my foot balanced and just do the same action. I'm hoping doing that will actually help me with the keeping the foot above the ground problem. Alright, so that's a few ideas of what you guys can basically start working on now. Start developing comfort on your skateboard and just keep yourselves progressing, even if your ollies are taking a while to master, because they can take months to even years to get down properly. So it's important you find a way to keep yourself amused on the skateboard, so you're always having fun on it, always progressing, and yeah, because after you get a few freestyle tricks down like that, you'll start coming up with all sorts of different ones, like this one, and you'll get better and better at those, and eventually you'll start being able to link them together, and you'll be able to do like a nice line of tricks all together, and it'll look really cool, like a bit of a routine. Alright, so thank you guys for joining me for this video and this really quick sesh. And yeah, I'll be back next time when I have more trick ideas to show you. Alright, thanks for checking this out, and I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly add with the switchblade, you're actually supposed to do it by the tail. In the video I was doing it by the nose, and sorry about that. But yeah, on a freestyle board you'd definitely be doing it off the tail, which yeah, you really should be doing switchblades, stopping and pivoting on the tail and then hopping back on. It's basically the complete opposite of what I was doing. Sorry guys. And yeah, I just wanted to quickly add that in.